My name's Stephen Garrett. I'm one of the executive producers. It's people by characters whose motives and intentions are perpetually unclear, but in a really intriguing rather than baffling way. So it's wheels within wheels and a world of incredible danger and jeopardy. Tom Hiddleston plays Jonathan Pine, who I suppose is our hero. And when we meet him, it's about 5 years ago in Cairo in the Arab Spring, and he's in the thick of it. Just first, we don't really know who he is, but he comes into a hotel, and it's clear he's the night manager of the hotel. Pine is in many ways a very old-fashioned soul. He's British, very proud of being British, and much of what he does comes from an innate sense of patriotism. I think Tom Hiddleston doesn't take me to say it, he's clearly one of the best actors of his generation, and he's capable of communicating extraordinary emotional depth by doing almost nothing, or seemingly almost nothing. He's quintessentially British, which is great because he's playing someone who is quintessentially British. So Richard Roper, who is played by Hugh Laurie, is described by John le Carre in the book, and we carry this through into the series, as the worst man in the world. And he is Pine's nemesis, really. Le Carre created a central character, Roper, who is described as the worst man in the world, but he's also one of the wealthiest men in the world, a wealth he's garnered by selling arms to all the wrong people at a massive profit to himself. And not surprisingly, he lives a good life. So the world we inhabit in The Night Manager is one of incredible wealth and luxury. He is a remarkable actor, and he's worth the price of admission alone. Jed, played by Elizabeth Debicki, stunningly clever and brilliant Australian actress who I think you'll be seeing a lot more of. She is Roper's mistress. In le Carre's original book, Burr, who is essentially the main member of the British security services that we meet, who turns into Pine's handler, as it were, and who recruits Pine to undertake this extraordinarily difficult mission. Burr is a bluff Yorkshire man, and we decided quite early in the process that it would be much more interesting if Burr had a sex change, and Burr became Angela Burr. And as soon as Burr had become Angela, we knew there was only one actor to play that part, and that was Olivia Colman. Burr is herself a rather accomplished seductress, and she sets out to charm and seduce and persuade very gently but very firmly Pine of what his real responsibilities are. When we offered her the part, she said that she was not just pregnant, but quite pregnant, and that by the time we were filming, she'd be extravagantly pregnant. And was that a problem for us? And without a flicker, we realized that actually a pregnant Angela Burr was even more interesting than a not pregnant Angela Burr, because a woman in this very male world is anyway vulnerable, and a pregnant woman even more so. We have in Susanna Bier, an Academy Award-winning director whose directing of actors and telling of complex dramas has rightly garnered her prizes around the world, and she's just got this way of telling stories where you are absolutely fascinated by the characters on screen and can't take your eyes away from them. We've got this unbelievable cast of brilliant actors who she just pushed to do so much more than they ever expected every day they turned up to set. In a rather childlike way, I've been obsessed with spy stories myself. He is entirely responsible for that. And I think he sets the bar against which all other spy writers have been judged. It's an extraordinarily rich, sophisticated, multi-layered, to some extent slow burn. It doesn't make it any less compelling. It's really compelling. But there's a lot of story and psychological evolution to take place as it unfolds, and you can't turn it into 2 hours. It's just great, smart, satisfying television. It's that water cooler television where at the end of every episode, if you're not watching it on a kind of binge view kind of basis, you're champing at the bit for the next week.